Student, today we will study about the classification of phylum Annelids. In our last class, we have already discussed the general characteristic of phylum Annelida. Now we will see the classification of phylum Annelids. Phylum Annelids is divided into 8 classes. Okay, and among these 8 classes, first three classes are very important. That is class Polychaete, class Oligochaeta, and Hirudinea. These three, you must remember these three classes because it is more emphasized on these three classes. There are other are also there which are important, but these three are main classes of class phylum Annelids. Okay, others are Archaeannelida, class Archaeannelida, then class Echioroideae, then class Sipheniculoideae, and seventh class, that is class uh, Prepulida, and class 8 is Myxostomeria. Okay, so first we'll see the characteristic of class Polychaeta. Class Polychaeta means poly means many and chaeta means city. Okay, so polychaetes are annelids. They have a bundle of, that is poly means many, so bundle of city. Okay, chaeta means city, so they have a bundle of city. Polychaetes, they are marine, that is they are found in a marine ecosystem, plus in some are freshwater too. Okay, they are carnivorous. Body is segmented. Body is elongated and segmented. This segmentation is both, that is internal plus external. Okay, and head consists of prostomium and peristomium, and which bears eyes, tentacles, cilia, and pulp. Okay, so what is prostomium? Prostomium is a first body segment in annelids, and it is in front of mouth. This prostomium is a small shelf or the lip-like. Okay, that extension from the on the dorsal side of the mouth. Okay, and whereas the peristomium is the first true segment in the anterior part of the annelid. Okay, this peristomium, and it is placed behind the prostomium. Okay, and this prostomium and peristomium that consist forms a head, has bears eyes, has all the this sensory organs. Okay, that is eyes, tentacles, cilia is similar to the tentacles only, but it is not as strong as tentacles, like in a strength wise or in a flexibility or as a sensitivity. Cilia is has a less strength, flexibility, and sensitivity than tentacles. Okay, then pulps are the segmented pair. It is an elongated pair of segmented appendages that is placed near the mouth. And it also helps in a sense of taste and touch. Okay, this pulps. Then next point is the setae is numerous on the lateral parapodia. Okay, that is each segment has a pair of parapodia, and this parapodia setae will be numerous, are many in the lateral parapodia. Okay, and these setae are arranged in the bundles, and hence it is called as a polychaeta. Okay, then the clitellum is absent. What is clitellum? Clitellum is the it is the thickened glandular or non-segmented section of the body wall that are placed near the head of the organism. Basically, it is found in earthworms and leeches, but in polychaetes, example of polychaete is the nereis. Okay, so in this, clitellum is absent. Okay, then cilia or the branchia, or both may be present for respiration. We have discussed about the cilia. Cilia is similar to curl-like and long, thickened, similar to the tentacles. Okay, and it also in the process of sense as a function, the cilia and branchia are the helps in the respiration. That is, branchia is another word for gills, and it is in the form of filaments or the lamellae that contain here coelomic fluid. In invertebrate, it is coelomic fluids are present. So this contains a coelomic fluid which helps in carrying out the gases exchange. Okay. Next point is the coelom is spacious, usually divided by intersegmental septa. Okay, means there will be spacious means ample of space will be present in the coelom. Okay, then next point is alimentary canal is provided with an irreversible buccal region and protrusible pharynx. Okay, irreversible means able to turn in and outside. Okay, so the alimentary canal has the pharynx which is protrusible. Okay, and it will show a complete digestive system, the presence of mouth till the anus. Okay. Next point is excretory organ is segmentally paired in the form of nephridia. Then the sexes are separate. That is, the gonads are temporarily placed in each segment. Okay. Then fertilization is external or sexual reproduction by lateral budding. Okay. And trophophore larva is the larval stage. That is, they will show indirect development. Development is indirect, direct, where the trophophore larva is predominant. Okay. Then the example of class Polychaeta is Nereis. Okay. Then next class is class Oligochaeta. This class Oligochaeta are the annelids having a setae arranged individually. They are mostly terrestrial and some are freshwater forms. The body has conspicuous external and internal segmentation. Okay, the head is indistinct, that is without a sensory organ. Okay, and the sensory organs like eyes and tentacles are absent. Okay, then the setae are very few, like that will be embedded in the skin, and parapodia are absent. Okay, then there will be presence of glandular clitellum present for the cocoon formation. In this class Oligochaeta shows of cocoon formation. Cocoon formation in annelids is nothing, it is a proteinaceous cocoon in which eggs are deposited. Okay, so this glandular clitellum, what is clitellum? I have already told you that clitellum is a thick glandular and a non-segmented section of the body wall that will be placed near the head, and it is this clitellum is mostly are found in earthworm and leeches. Okay, then the pharynx is not irreversible and without jaw. Not irreversible means they cannot move in and out. Okay, and then the next point is the male reproductive organs lies in front of the female reproductive opening. Okay, and they are hermaphrodite, that is, sexes are united. Okay, then the testis is anterior to ovaries, that is, male reproductive opening lies in front of the female reproductive organ. Okay, reproductive opening. Okay, then the development is direct. There will be no formation of larval stages and all. So development is direct and fertilization is external, that is in the cocoon. Okay. Then next class is class Hirudiniae. This class Hirudiniae includes mostly ectoparasitic and freshwater forms. Oh sorry, I am not told examples of oligochaete. The oligochaete examples of oligochaetes are most common example is earthworm. Okay, that is the example of oligochaete. Then class 3 is a Hirudiniae. Class Hirudiniae includes mostly ectoparasitic and freshwater forms. They are mostly ectoparasitic, that is blood sucking carnivorous, means they will include the leeches. Okay, they are freshwater form, while few are marine. They feeds on the fishes or other animals. Okay, the body is elongated, usually flattened, and dorsoventrally flattened and cylindrical. The body consists of definite number of segments, that is 33 number. Okay? And each segments breaks up into 2 to 4 rings or annuli. Then parapodia or setae and setae are absent in the class Hirudiniae. Both anterior and the posterior, both anterior and the posterior ends of the body with the ventrally situated suckers will be present at the ventral, at the anterior and posterior. Okay. Uh, for example, we can see at the anterior part also the sucker are present, and in the posterior part also the sucker will be present. That is for the attachment to the substratum or the surface of the organism or their host. Okay. Then the mouth opens on the ventral surface on the anterior sucker, while the anus opens on the dorsal surface at the posterior suckers. Okay, these suckers, so posterior suckers will be present in on the dorsal side, and the anterior sucker will be present on the ventral side, which forms a mouth, whereas the posterior sucker forms the anus. Okay. Then the coelom is much reduced due to filling by the botryoidal tissue and forms the hemocoelomic sinuses. This botryoidal tissues is present, is basically found in a Hirudiniae. It is a parenchyma and the connective tissues that invade the coelom. Okay. And hemocoelomic is a body cavity that contains the blood or hemolymph. Here blood will be not present, so hemolymph or coelomic fluid will be present, and it functions in the part of circulatory system. Okay. They are hermaphrodite with one male and one female gonopore. Fertilization is internal here. Okay, and asexual reproduction is not known. Eggs are always laid in a cocoon, and development is direct, that is without the free larval stage. Okay, so this is about the Hirudinea. An example of Hirudinea is leeches. The common example is leeches. Okay, then class 4 is the Annelida. Annelida is exclusively marine form. Okay, archi means the first one. Okay, annelids. So these are the first known annelids, and they are exclusively marine form. The body is elongated and worm-like. Okay, setae and parapodia are usually absent, whereas the external segmentation is slightly marked. Uh, Whereas the internal segmentation is marked by the coelomic septa. Okay, then the prostomium bears 2 or 3 tentacles in this archaeannelids. Unisexual, they are either unisexual or hermaphrodite. Larva is typically trophophore larva, means they will showing the indirect development. Okay, the common example is this is the picture of Nerilla. Okay, Nerilla, Nerilla. Okay, Nerilla is an example of Archaeannelida. Then next class is class Equiroidae. This class Equiroidae are marine, that is found in mud and sand or in between the rocks in a shallow water. Okay, the body is more or less cylindrical with the and it is more or less cylindrical, and it is covered with the numerous small papillae arranged in a ring form. Body shows traces of segmentation in adult, and in the larval stage it is absent. Okay, Anterior end is provided with a long, highly contractile preoral proboscis and a pair of ventral hooks sitting, okay, at the anterior portion, whereas the anus is in terminal part, that is at the posterior end, whereas parapodia are absent. In the class Equiroideae, the coelom is large and undivided, whereas sexes are separate. They show a development is indirect, that is they show a larval stage, that is trophophore larva. Okay. The example of this is Bonellia. This is the picture of the Bonellia. Okay. The next class is Sphinculoideae. Sphinculoideae are found in the sand or mud or boring in the coral reefs at the seashores. The body of this organism belonging to the Sphinculoideae are elongated, yellowish or grayish in color without segmentation. In this, parapodia and the setae are absent, whereas anterior end introvert provided with the mouth that will be encircled by the row of hollow ciliated tentacles will be present. Okay, and anus are placed on the dorsal surface near the anterior end. Okay. Whereas the coelom is spacious and undivided. Okay. It will usually bear one pair of nephridia, and the sexes are separate with showing the indirect development, that is the formation of trophophore larval stage. Okay. The example of this is Spicinculus. Okay. This is the picture of the Spicinculus. Spicinculus, spelling of Spicinculus Spinculus, Spicinculus. Okay. Then class 7 is Prepulida. These Prepulida are found widely distributed on the moderate depths, or they will found in the burrowing in the sand or mud in the colder sea. Okay. The body is cylindrical, worm-like, which is unsegmented with superficial segmented trunk. Mouth is anterior and anus is posterior, thus showing a complete digestive system. Short introvert without oral tentacles. Posterior end is also provided with single or double process of hollow papillae. The sexes are separate and development is unknown. Okay. Example of this Prepulida is Priapulus. Okay, that is Priapulus. Okay, Priapulus. Then last class is Myzostomeria. The spelling of Myzostomeria is wrong. Just note it. Myzostomeria. Okay, please correct it. They are found. They will be in the form of ecto or endoparasite, that is on the echinoderms. The examples of echinoderms is the starfish. Okay, so they will be mostly the parasites of echinoderm, especially crinoids, class crinoids. The phylum Echinoderm has a class crinoid, and they will be parasite of this organism specially. Okay, that is either ectoparasite and endoparasite. What is ectoparasite? The parasite which are found which feeds on the surface of the host, and endoparasite will be inside the body of the host. Okay, inhibits inside the body of the host, that will be endoparasite. The body of the organism belonging to the class Myzostomeria will be unsegmented, flat or oval or disc-like in shape. Okay, they will be having 5 pairs of parapodia with the acicula or the hooks. The acicula is the strong, stout internal kitty that provides support to the parapodia. Okay, and it will also have a hooks in order to attachment to the substratum to hold the lumen or the body wall or the surface area of the host. Okay, that there will be 4 pairs of suckers that will alternately with the parapodia are placed on the ventral surface. Then there will be also 10 pairs of cilia are placed around the edges. What is the function of cilia? Cilia acts as a sensory organ, plus it helps in a respiratory system also. Okay. Then coelom is reduced by the parenchymatous tissue, and the circulatory and respiratory system are absent, because as they are totally dependent on a host, they does not require this, as they will conserve this energy in order to reproduction. Okay. Then the single pair of nephridia are present. They are proto they are hermaphrodite. Okay. And the development is indirect, that they will show a trophophore larva. The example of myzostomeria is a myzostoma. Okay. So with this we have completed the classification of phylum Annelids. Thank you.